Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Carly. I'm a registered dietitian and personal trainer, and we are jumping right into today's episode. We are talking about a topic that I think creates a lot of confusion when it comes to nutrition, and that is, does organic mean healthier? When we walk through the grocery store, we see labels everywhere like organic, natural, clean, non-GMO, whole food, superfood, etc. And sometimes it can feel like we have to choose like the perfect option in order to be healthy. But the reality is nutrition is much more nuanced than that. As a registered dietitian, one of the biggest things I want people to understand is that there is not one single definition of healthy. Healthy can look different depending on your goals, your budget, your preferences, your lifestyle, your culture, and your individual needs. So today we are going to break down what organic actually means, what it does not mean, and how you can make food choices that align with your personal definition of health. So first, let's talk about what the word organic actually means. Organic is a regulated term that refers to how agricultural products are grown and processed. Organic farming practices focus on things like maintaining soil health, biodiversity, and limiting the use of certain synthetic pesticides and fertilizers. For foods labeled as organic, there are specific standards that they must meet from, again, a labeling perspective. But here is the important distinction. Organic describes a production method. It does not automatically define the overall nutritional quality of a food. So for an example, an organic cookie is still a cookie. An organic soda is still soda. Organic does not automatically mean lower sugar, higher protein, more nutrient dense, or a food that will better support your individual health goals. At the same time, a conventionally grown apple is still an apple, and it does still provide fiber, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial plant compounds. So the label itself does not tell the whole story. One of the biggest questions people ask is, are organic foods more nutritious? The answer is sometimes. There may be small differences, but organic does not automatically mean a food contains significantly more nutrients. So when we think about overall health, factors like eating enough fruits and vegetables, getting adequate protein, consuming enough fiber, and having a balanced eating pattern are much bigger drivers of health outcomes. So for example, if choosing organic produce means someone feels more confident buying and eating more fruits and vegetables, that is absolutely a positive. But if buying exclusively organic foods creates things like financial stress or causes someone to avoid certain foods because they feel like they are not the right choice, that may not support their overall health. Nutrition is not just about the food itself, it's about meeting our own individual values. So when it comes to organic versus conventional, which one is better? I think this is where the conversation gets really important. A lot of nutrition conversations become very black and white, like organic is good and conventional is bad, but health is rarely that simple. There are many reasons someone may choose organic foods, like personal values around farming practices, environmental considerations, concerns about pesticide exposure, taste preferences, or supporting certain agricultural systems, and those are all completely valid personal choices. There are also many reasons someone may choose conventional foods, like cost, accessibility, availability, and convenience. And those choices can also fit into a healthy lifestyle. So the goal is not to make everyone choose the same foods. The goal is to help people make informed decisions that work for them. So again, some people may be very passionate about organic foods and what types of produce they put into their body, and they prefer only organic, and that is perfect for them if it is accessible and it fits in their budget, but it does not have to be a gold standard. You can still eat an incredibly healthy and nutrient-dense diet without organic foods. So if you are trying to decide where to spend your money, I always recommend starting with the basics. Ask yourself, am I eating enough fruits and vegetables? Am I getting enough protein? Am I including foods I enjoy? Am I able to maintain these choices consistently? Consistency matters much more than perfection. If organic foods fit into your budget and align with your values, great. If they do not, like I said, you can still build an incredibly nutritious eating pattern with conventional foods. Again, a healthy diet is not defined by one label on a package. It is defined by the overall pattern of your choices. So the overall question, does organic mean healthier? The answer is it depends on what you mean by healthier, but not necessarily. Organic may be an important factor for some people based on their values and preferences, but the organic label alone does not determine whether a food supports your health. The healthiest eating pattern is the one that is balanced, sustainable, enjoyable, and realistic for you. Remember, nutrition, again, is not about chasing perfection. I'll say it a million times. It is about building habits that support your goals and your life. That is the end of this episode, keeping it short, sweet, and to the point. If you are looking for workouts that are both sustainable and challenging, that you can do anytime and anywhere, you can check out my Momentum Fit web-based app. I also have plenty of dietitian-inspired recipes, other nutrition resources, and a space on my app for habit tracking. You can download in the link below and start your 7-day free trial. There is no commitment, so you can cancel at any time. My goal as a dietitian and trainer is to make fitness and nutrition realistic, sustainable, and accessible. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time.